Take a look right here. Bitcoin has just fallen into quicksand on the legendary Gaussian channel. Out of Bitcoin's entire history, it's fallen into quicksand a handful of times, and all of them have meant at least 1 year of turmoil. However, there are some facts in the charts that are saying this could be Bitcoin's first ever fake out with the legendary Gaussian channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss 3 other charts that are going to help us make a very strong conclusion as to exactly what is going on with Bitcoin. Also in today's video, if you're a medium-term trader or a short-term trader or a long-term investor, I'm going to describe what charts I would be looking at as a medium-term trader or as a swing trader, and what I'm looking for in the charts and what my mindset would be as that type of trader, as well as the long-term investor. What charts I would be looking at and what my strategy would be right now. Welcome in if you're new. Phenomenal to have you. My name is Steve. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You're going to love it. Cold, hard, honest facts that are actually meant to help you. Let's jump into today's video. We're going to start right here with the legendary Gaussian channel, and then we're going to jump into these other 3 charts that are going to help us create a very strong conclusion as to what's going on right now in crypto. Crypto could be overwhelming. It could be very confusing. A lot of things change very fast. But after today's video, you're going to leave this video with a sense of calm and a sense of clarity that you haven't quite had in the past handful of weeks. And it starts right here. On the weekly chart, Bitcoin US dollar index, we have the legendary Gaussian channel with the custom settings. You just go to your indicators, pop on the Gaussian channel, and boom, here we are. What we've noticed is that Bitcoin has just fallen into quicksand. Now, you may ask, well, what the hell is quicksand? Quicksand is very simple. When you have the Gaussian channel, when we're in a bull run, each market rallies way above this green line. When it rallies way above this green line, what you want to wait for as a trader is when we crash down into quicksand. Quicksand is the Gaussian channel. And when we're in a bull run and we fall into quicksand, it holds us there for at least 1 year. It spells 1 year of turmoil before the market recovers and it rallies back into this incredible bull run, where we rally way above this green channel. But as soon as we dip our toe into quicksand, it spells at least 1 year of turmoil. That turmoil, and then we recover. Once we recover, we rally back into this beautiful bull run where we rally into the great abyss, into the moon. But as soon as we turn and we have a correction, as soon as we have a correction into the Gaussian channel, it spells at least 1 year of turmoil. The problem is, once you get that dip the toe into Gaussian channel, every single time it will be the same. Everybody says, this is just a pullback. Don't pay attention to it. Buy the pullback. You're going to be fine. We're going to an all-time high. But we don't. It takes at least 1 year of turmoil, and it gets pretty bloody during that 1 year of turmoil. And then we rally back into the beautiful bull run. And once you turn from that bull run and you dip your toe into the Gaussian channel, it spells at least 1 year of turmoil. Now, it's very clear that we're in the Gaussian channel. It's very clear that we just got out of the Gaussian channel very quickly, but it's also very clear that something is really different about this time in quicksand than the other times. Now, we're going to come back and revisit this chart. I want to get to these other 3 charts so we can create a clear picture, but I want you to think about right now, how is this time different, and what do you think this quicksand is going to mean this time? Let's go to chart number 2. Chart number 2 is heating up. We're on the weekly chart, Bitcoin US dollar index, and we have 3 components to this chart. The top, which is price action, the middle, which is the RSI, and the bottom, which is the stochastic RSI. We've got to start with the bottom. The bottom, we had a stochastic RSI cross on the weekly, which over the past handful of years, anytime we've had such a cross, it's spelled at least a 50% rally. Now, you may say, well, how is that even possible? How could we have a 50% rally and we just entered quicksand. We're going to break it down, but a cross is a cross. One thing to note is that for a couple of years, we've had this type of structure building in the stochastic RSI. Keep in mind, the stochastic RSI is our momentum. And when you have a cross up and the blue line is on top, we're all good. It's very bullish, but we have some resistance ahead. So in the coming weeks, we want to break that resistance and we want to remain with our cross, with our blue line on top, and get above the 20. Why the 20? Well, the developer of this indicator has specified the 20 as the level that it becomes official. Meaning when we have a cross, we've had a cross, but the cross becomes official once you get above the 20. It just eliminates false signals because sometimes, like back here, we could have a cross and then a cross down and a cross back up. It really becomes official once we get above the 20, right? It becomes really official at that point. So has this cross become official? No. Have we had a cross here that's in the making of becoming official? Yes. Do we have some resistance right above our head? We do. It's going to be critical how we play with that. Also in the RSI, middle of our screen, what we're looking for is if this cross becomes official, we're going to be playing with this blue line, which is our first level of resistance. It was our market structure for the whole year of 2023. So once we have this cross, we need to have the RSI recapture this blue line as support. It's clearly our resistance. It was our support, support, support. Once you break support, it becomes resistance. Pretty simple game. That's our first level, which is currently at about 51.65 on the weekly chart. Our second level of heavy resistance is 59. For this rally, if Bitcoin were to have a rally with this chart, we would have to get above this level here, which is 63. We would need to create a higher high or the trend would continue, right? It's very simple. You can see the trend right in front of your eyes in the RSI. We had a high here. We had a lower high here. We do not need another lower high. That trend will continue. We need to break that trend and make a higher high and make a new, healthy, fresh trend. More on this in a moment. Let's get to our third chart. Our third chart has a very distinct story. Again, we're on the weekly chart, US dollar index on the Bitcoin chart. But here we are. We put our pi cycle bottom indicator on this chart. And what we've noticed is we fell below this red line here. We can all agree, whether you're bullish or bearish or you think Bitcoin's going to do whatever, we can all agree that these candles are below the red line, right? We can all agree that so far in Bitcoin's history, it's very distinct when we're above this red line, and it's very distinct what happens when we're below this red line. It's very, very clear. Whether you're bullish or bearish, whatever you think is going to happen with Bitcoin, we can all agree on the facts. We spent a good period of time above this red line, and Bitcoin's price action does a very specific thing, and we spent some time with below this red line, and Bitcoin does a very specific type of move during that period. No matter what you think about Bitcoin, we can all agree on the pure, cold, hard facts, and we can all agree that we're below this red line here. When you look at the cycles, what we've noticed is that when Bitcoin is near the bottom of the market, right, we come down to this green line, things are tough. Sometimes we go below this green line. But then when we have this cross with the red line through the green line, it spells a new cycle. A new cycle is birthed. And that cycle remains intact when we hold above this red line. And as soon as we start to break below, it's kind of a signal similar to the quicksand, where it's like, hey, watch out. This could be similar to quicksand. It could be similar to about 1 year of turmoil, right? Same thing here. We had a rally, 2019, above this red line. Things are looking good. We went below here. Things were not looking good over the next handful of months. Yes, we had a pretty big rally here, but it was a failed rally. We did not get higher than our previous high. Again, you have to break the cycle. You have to break the trend. The trend is your friend until the end. And when we have a cycle high here and we have a lower high here and then another lower low, this is a trend. You have to break it. And we had a huge rally here, which got everybody excited. But again, it did not break the trend. It was not a higher high, so we made a lower low. The trend is your friend until the end. How did it break? We had a huge rally here, and then we broke the trend. We had a higher high, which made a new trend, right? We started breaking that rally, and we broke it, and that's why we had this huge explosion. So with where we are now, we're in the midst of creating a lower low. We have not created a higher high, and that's what we need to do, right? It's very, very simple. Let's get to our last chart, and then I'm going to break it down for the traders out there. If you're a short-term trader, a medium-term trader, or a long-term investor, I'm going to give you what charts I would be looking at, the strategy I would have, because it's very different when you look at it through different lenses. But let's get to the last chart. Again, we're on the 2-week chart, Bitcoin US dollar index, and what we see here are distinct cycles in distinct structure, right? You can see what Bitcoin has done with every single rally, every single bear market, and every single bull market. It's all laid out right in front of you. When we have our market cycle high, we crash down below this red line. That forms our bottom. Then we go into this yellow box. Right? And then the same thing repeats. We have our market cycle high, we go below this red line, and then we go into this yellow box. And then once again, we have our market cycle high, we go below this red line, and then we go into this yellow box. Why is that important? Because we had our market cycle high, we fell below this red line, and now we're in the yellow box, right? We are in this yellow box, which represents phase 1 of the bull. Now, in order to be remaining in phase 1 of the bull, we have to continue to do some certain things. However, according to all of the charts I study, it's almost undisputable if we're in phase 1 of the bull. It's clear that the market has bottomed. It's clear that we're in phase 1 of the bull. And anybody who wants to argue it, I mean, look at this chart right here with clear market structure over Bitcoin's entire history. According to this chart right here, Bitcoin is not in any trouble in the short term because we've respected our market structure, right? This red line. This red line represents clear market structure in every single cycle. Look at this market structure we built before our market cycle high, after we plummeted from our market cycle high, and the bottom of the market. All three of those create this red line, right? Same thing happened here. Look at this market structure before our cycle high, after our cycle high, and our market cycle bottom. It clearly created this red line, and phase 1 of the bull was our rally out of the bear market into phase 1 of the bull. Where some people get confused, and this is what we've been talking about for months. Phase 1 of the bull, to some people, they may hear phase 1 of the bull and they think it just goes straight to the moon. We've never done that in any single phase 1 of the bull. Phase 1 of the bull here. Did we go to the moon? Hell no. Phase 1 of the bull here. Did we go to the moon? Hell no. How about phase 1 of the bull here? Did we go to the moon? Hell no. So why would we go to phase 1 of the bull? In this, we wouldn't go to the moon. That's not what phase 1 does. Phase 1 is very specific. It creates critical market structure for the rest of the bull run. Its clear job is to build market structure on our prior resistance, right? Prior resistance, we build market structure right on top. Prior resistance, we build market structure right on top. Prior resistance, we build market structure right on top. Prior resistance, we build market structure right on top. That is the key to phase 1 of the bull. What are we doing now? We're building structure directly on top of what was our resistance. It's very powerful. So is Bitcoin respecting those levels? Absolutely. Look at this nice lower wick here, respecting the hell out of here. How about these nice lower wicks here, respecting the hell out of here? Our red line goes down into the 23K, right? And I will say, phase 1 of the bull in 2019 retested our base, which we had these long wicks that came down to retest our base. We still stayed in the yellow box. We had these wicks dip down. Now, these are fast wicks. They were bought up real quick. Could Bitcoin do a similar move? We're going to discuss that in the coming minutes here, but I want to break down really how about Let's summarize all of this into the minds of traders, shall we? Whether you're a short-term trader, a medium-term trader, or a long-term investor, I want to really talk to you specifically on what my strategy would be, what charts I would be looking at, because we've just looked at 4 different charts, right? 4 different charts. What are they saying for specific traders? Well, if you are a swing trader, you're really looking at this chart right here with the weekly stochastic RSI cross, which hasn't yet confirmed. And you're looking at these key areas of resistance in the RSI, and you're looking at the trend. If we have this cross and it becomes official, a swing trader would look to take a position, but they would be cautious and they would place some of their trade alerts at these levels that are going to be key. And if we continue our trend, which means we do not create a higher high, higher than this one, they know to get the hell out of that position, and they're going to take some sweet profits, right? Now, a medium-term trader would be concerned with dropping below this red line. A medium-term trader is not really in that swing zone area of being in a swing trade for a week, 2, 3, 4 weeks. They're in the medium term. They're looking at multiple months. This is a sort of a red flag to them. However, if you're a long-term trader, what you're really looking at is this quicksand. And you're saying to yourself, okay, well, we just got out of this red period, right? No matter if you think Bitcoin's going to go up, down, backwards, forwards, look at the facts on the charts. There are 4 distinct red periods in the Gaussian channel. Undeniable, right? These are just cold hard facts. And you may say, and this is as a long-term investor, you're looking at it and you're saying, okay, we had this red period here. Price did pretty well in the coming years. We had this red period here. Price did pretty well in the coming years. We had this red period here. Price did well in the coming years. We just got out of this red period here. I'm closing my eyes. I'm investing in Bitcoin. Period. Right? This is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor, but as a long-term investor, it's undeniable. It's undeniable. Now, as a long-term investor concerned about some of the zigzag patterns that are happening, no. A long-term investor is looking at the next couple years and saying, hey, this is a brainless decision. So what I would be doing as a long-term investor, it's clear as day. We just got out of our red period. I don't care if we're in quicksand or not, right? We fell into quicksand here. Did we recover? Yeah, we didn't stay in quicksand forever. It's a green period, right? As a long-term investor, it's very clear. As a swing trader, you're looking at here, you're looking at these resistance. As a medium-term trader, you're a bit hesitant. You're understanding, hey, this is a legit possibility that we do come down and retest this green line. But at the same time, I will say, as a medium-term trader and a swing trader, and even a long-term investor, they're very, very happy that Bitcoin is holding market structure. All 3 traders. A swing trader is looking at this market structure and knowing we just had a stochastic RSI cross that's going to be confirmed soon. And they're looking at this structure and saying, hey, I could get some 20% gains, some 25% gain, maybe even a 30% gain, lock in that profit, and then see what happens with the coming medium term. This is the mind of a successful trader. They're looking at opportunities and weighing out what's the risk and what's the reward, right? What's the risk and what's the reward? This is the mindset of traders. And now I want to get to something that has helped me tremendously in life and something that could help you tremendously in life. And throughout this video, we've given tons of evidence and facts and really talked through the minds of traders. I want you to hit that subscribe button before we move on to the next part of the video. I want to get to something that has really helped me as a human and that also has had a lot of you guys really commenting about this topic. You guys go crazy about this topic. It's something that connects with me, something that has really propelled my life forward. Now, before we get to that topic, I just want to say thank you for everybody's support. I want to be open and honest here. We just finished a sale, and some people may feel uneasy about the sale. Like, wow, Steve, you promoted your FFA a bit too much. I want to address this in an open and honest way, and then I'm going to get to what has really helped me as a human, right? I understand your side if you feel like, hey, we just promoted the FFA a bit too much. Completely understand this, but I do want to take a step back and look at the big picture. I watch a lot of YouTube, a lot. I watch a ton of business podcasts, a ton of business shows, a ton of different interviews. I watch a lot of content on YouTube, all usually to learn, right? There's some entertainment there, but most of it's to learn. In every single video, everybody I watch is promoting a paid service in every single video, whether it's a VPN or Manscaped or Better Health. There's these platforms that are paying all sorts. It used to be FTX. Everybody is being paid to promote these things in every video. We have promotions in about 20% of our videos. So we're over here at 20%. Everyone I watch is at 100%. And if you're good at math or not, you know that there's a pretty big difference between 100% and 20%. There's also a pretty big difference in this group over here that's 100%. They are not promoting things that they built, and they're not promoting things that actually help people. They're promoting it because they're being paid to. I'm over here at 20%, and I'm promoting something I actually built with my two hands that actually helps people. And I genuinely feel deep down in my heart, I'm doing an injustice only promoting it 20% of the time because it actually helps people change their life. Manscaped, NordVPN, it's not helping people improve their life, but you see it in every video. So I just want to say that. I just want to be open and honest. This is how I genuinely feel about the topic, and I appreciate everybody's support no matter where you fall on that spectrum, but I guarantee you probably respect it a little bit more knowing what the facts I just laid out in front of you. Now, 1 meal per day. This is a topic I brought up many, many months ago. It's a change I made in my life that completely revitalized everything that I do. And I'll tell you the story. I woke up one day, I was in Hong Kong. I remember stepping on the scale, and I remember what the scale said, and I'm like, what the hell happened? Like, when did this happen? Somehow, I for the first time in my life, I had gained weight. And everybody has been saying my whole life, oh, wait till you're in your 20s, you're going to gain more weight. Wait till you're in your 30s, you're going to gain more weight. It didn't happen in my 20s. It didn't happen in my 30s. I've been the same weight for years and years and years. And suddenly I was 30-something, maybe 35, 36. I don't know what I was, 37, probably about 35. I stepped on the scale and I'm like, what the beep? Like, when did this happen? So I needed to make a change. I started doing research, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a normal human that overeats. That's basically what it was, right? I'm a normal human that overeats. When you put too much food in your body gains weight. It's pretty simple, right? Especially as you get older. So I started doing research. I started coming across this idea of like 1 meal per day. It came from Jack Dorsey, right? Jack Dorsey learned it from Wim Hof. And I'm listening to this interview from Jack Dorsey, and he's like, you know what? I eat 1 meal per day. I do intermittent fasting. I fast the rest of the day. I allow myself, a period of a couple hours to consume food, and that's the only period of the day where I do this. And I'm like, that's freaking brilliant. I really connect with this. I respect Jack Dorsey. He's built some pretty cool things. I'm going to try it. So a couple years ago, I tried it. And I lost something like, over the period of the first 6 months, I probably lost 30 pounds. And I felt incredible. For breakfast, I have water. I have 2 liters of water for breakfast. For lunch, I drank juice. And you can crucify me in the comments. Oh, juice is bad on an empty stomach. I don't care. This is what I wanted my life to be like. I don't want to follow any strict rules. It's all what I like. I like juice. I'm going to drink it every day. Fresh juice. I don't care about the sugar. I don't care. Then for dinner, I eat 1 meal. I eat 1 meal for dinner. I allow myself a couple hours to consume some food. And after those hours, I don't have any liquids before bed, and I don't have any snacks. before, right? Like a few hours before I go to sleep. So my body is already starting to fast and then I go to sleep. So there's been crazy comments about this topic. If you haven't tried it, you should definitely try it. It's life altering. Not only are you going to lose weight, but you're going to have more energy. You're going to feel more alive. And the biggest question is probably like, am I going to get hungry during the day? No, you're not. You have to realize, like, humans, we used to live in caves and we used to hunt and we didn't eat every day. This is for all of these times as being a human. Like now we overeat. Why? Because food is just readily available. We're not out hunting for it and we're not having days where we don't eat, right? That's what life used to be like. Now we have days where we just overeat all day. So it's just the basic concept of we overeat. Let's cut down on our food. Let's replace it with 2 liters of water. And for me, I drink at least a liter of juice per day. And then I go into dinner. I'm never hungry. And it altered my life. I have so much clarity to be really creative with what I do here. And I love it. So I wanted to bring that to your attention. I wanted to give you a little update on this. I know this is a very popular topic. I know this connects with a lot of folks, and a lot of people are really thinking about trying it or already trying it. So let me know in the comments down below where you stand on this in your life. And if for whatever reason you haven't subscribed, I want you to hit that subscribe button. If you're watching on a phone and you have it lengthwise like this, I want you to turn it vertical and I want you to hit that subscribe button right now, and I'll see you right back here in the next video. Peace and love to the fellow underdogs. Do you want to know when to buy and when to sell? Click this video right now.